survive. You know, a lot of people say during winter always, I always get sick in winter. I always get the flu 3 times in winter. And all of this nonsense we tell ourselves. I'm always cold in winter. I can't drink water in winter. And we want to help you actually just to have the most beautiful, awesome winter to boost your body and to be absolutely winter fit, because there is no reason not to be fit in winter, because winter can be the most beautiful month or months, basically, or most beautiful season when you have the right attitude for it. And this is telling you actually a person who does not like to freeze at all. So wait, what's happening tonight? So I have pen and paper ready. You're more than welcome to ask questions. We record the call for those who struggle with the network, or for those who are in load shedding right now. But other than that, I can tell you life is always better because you can ask your questions and you get answer to your questions. But now, without any further ado, I'm so grateful that she is with me on the call. She's a well-respected team partner of ours. She has not just the most amazing results on the Herbalife product. She is not just an absolutely dream captain and host from her 10 marathons. She is absolutely adoring wellness overall. She made it her passion, and out of her passion, she is grooming her business basically. So without any further ado, over to a very, very good friend, supervisor, Mariana Fester. Take it away, Mariana.
Thank you, Pia. Hello, everyone. Yes, winter is my favorite time of the year, but there's also things that I need to do for my own health to enjoy it to the max. So when Herbalife found me in November 2021, I used to stress eat. I worked in a transport company. I had no body confidence. I was basically masking myself as a male in a female body. I shaved my hair. I only wore pants and t-shirts. So yeah, to basically hide and not be the feminine me. And so I was stress eating. I had no body confidence. I worked long hours. And part-time, I was working on growing my health and wellness business part-time, because I knew that I don't want to be part of transport for a very long time anymore. So inflammation and pain in my body was putting more stress on my day-to-day living. And now I am actually pain-free. My cravings are no longer an issue. I feel more confident in my own skin. I love taking pictures. It's like just amazing. And my mindset now is, it has changed to such an extent where the actual weight is not of a concern for me anymore, because I know that even if the scale shows a plus, an increase in weight, the reason most of the times are basically that my composition is changing, and I'm just loving my journey. So, and as Bia said, that is my focus now as well, to incorporate that in my health and wellness business, to help people, bring them with basically to give them a easy, I call it mindless, but it's actually not mindless, solution to having more control during their day and to increase their health. Next slide, Bia. So according to medical research, we are, as grown-ups, basically suffer from colds 2 to 4 times a year, and children even 5 to 7 times, if not more, because of crashes, etc. And when the weather changes, there's a few factors that can change. There's allergens, there's pollution, and everything just makes our immunity go for a loop. And then there's viruses, and we know that we had a huge virus, back whatever it was called, with COVID. And so it basically push us where we have stuffy nose, scratchy or sore throats, we have sneezing, watery eyes, mucus draining from our nose into our throat, high fever, muscle aches, and we're just feeling really, really bad. So there's things that we can do to prevent. And I was mentioning COVID now. at that time of COVID, we were so focused on good hygiene, but I think we all went and we thought, oh, COVID is past. There's nothing to worry about anymore. But the rhinovirus, one of the biggest causes of being sick, can live up to 3 hours outside the body, and sometimes even for 48 hours. So now you can imagine touching surfaces, doorknobs, when you're on a lift, so many, and people don't wash their hands. They think, oh, no, it's fine, I'll do it a bit later. But we need to keep focus on washing our hands, not touching our face. I normally just go like that if my nose itches, or because if I'm in a shop, I don't want my hands to touch my face. Exercise. I was telling Bia when we did the preparation, my body, when we are success because of an injury, if I do that, my muscles in this area used to go into spasm, and then it goes down the back muscles, and I'm sure many of you can relate to that. And I taught myself to actually get up and do like swings with my arms and start jumping up and down. And I even got the people at my old workplace to do that. And I said, no, come on, let's quickly get up and do a bit of a dance. And it's amazing to see how quickly your body temperature increases, and then you don't feel the heat. And if you open up and you do those types of movements, it actually helps, and it just like circulates, because we have lymph in all of our joints, and if we do that, we even get more stuck. Now, when we exercise, because there are people who love exercising, it's good to quickly get showered and then dressed after your workout. If you are walking around and your body actually cools down, but then you get cold. So it's good to have your shower. And this one, I need to still work on a cold shower or a cold swim. So for us not being close to the sea, try and work with going into the shower. First have maybe warm water just to wake up, and then you cool down to cold. And the reason for that is it actually creates more, it tells your body, hey, you need to warm up. So the blood vessels dilate and there's more circulation. And if there's more circulation, inflammation cannot happen. So your immune system becomes stronger. Then also, we tend to maybe not eat because we want to sleep longer and snooze. So it's important to still focus on well nourished days, so with nutrition. And like I said, have your rest, because sleep is an important factor of general well-being. Now, our whole focus with our 10 days and with our day-to-day coaching that we do is we teach the people not to skip breakfast. Why? Because then we have cravings. Eating the wrong breakfast will basically increase your blood sugar levels, and then you crash. So the nice thing is people say, yeah, but I don't like the shake because it's cold. Spoil yourself. It's a mental thing. Spoil yourself with cocoa and coffee, and make yourself a choco mocha coffee shake. Warm it a bit in the microwave and have a warm shake. It's amazing. What I've even done is with the savory shakes, you can make yourself a warm shake. So you basically make a soup and you add beetroot in with a tomato soup. You can add your protein powder, exactly, because you need more protein. You can have the savory shake, and I'm having one now. So instead of having something naughty, why not have something healthy, which actually warms you on the inside as well? So in order to you eat a well-balanced diet, you're getting plenty of sleep and keeping your stress under control. It will also help, like I said, when we are in fight and flight, utilizing the nutrition that we're giving it during the day, and then we can fall sick. So if we can focus on breathing, once again, if you like start and you say, okay, I'm going to breathe in and out, do whatever you want to, as long as it's fun. And I think that is the key point. Have fun while you are looking after yourself, because then it's not a job, it's something that you love. It's like taking care of yourself. Now, who of you are struggling to drink your water during the day? Anyone struggling? I know that it's sometimes difficult, and then we tend to go and we say, okay, I'm just having coffee or having rooibos tea, or I'm having this or I'm having that because it's warm. But sometimes it's actually better to have room temperature water, as per the magic formula that we do use, 1 liter for every 25 kgs of body weight. And then you drink room temperature water. So why? Yes, it may feel cold to the body because it's already cold. Then your body goes into that mode of, there's something cold, I need to warm up. And then it increases your metabolism. And like with a cold shower and a cold swim, it will then automatically kickstart your metabolism. And at the end of the day, that is what we want. So we have the normal treat in winter is, I can have nice hot chocolate or a cafe latte. But those things have lots of sugar, calories, and fat in. And we can rather make your own hot chocolate or cafe latte, like I just suggested, even for breakfast. So other people may think, she's having hot chocolate, but then at least I'm having a well-balanced, nutritional hot chocolate. Veggie soup. I love my veggie soup, but it's important to once again try and add your protein. Why? Because protein is important for repair, it's important for protection, it plays a huge, huge role. So if you don't want to put meat in your soup, add some plant-based protein. And then if you don't know how much protein you need, ask the person who is your coach. Next slide, Bia. And then the tendency normally is we go for simple sugars, sweets, cake, fizzy drinks, alcohol. Because remember now, with the cold winter and the cold like we had today, automatically your mood is also a bit down. So people tend to have these sweet stuff because it makes me feel better. But if you have something that is warm, like a protein shake, or you have a soup, it's way better. And we tend to overeat or overindulge. We sit with a packet of chips and we just like chucking it down our throat. Deep fried food. Yeah, it may taste nice at some stage, but it's breaking down, and it's our whole body. Plenty fresh fruit and veggies. And this is actually one thing that I recommend to my clients, because for lung health, and remember now with all your upper respiratory diseases or sick that you get, when we have a chest infection, it's important to focus on your omegas. It's important to focus on your fish. It's important to focus on quercetin that's in your citrus fruits. So citrus fruits are amazing this time of the year. Good carbs, your brown rice instead of white rice, sweet potato instead of normal potato, brown pasta instead of white pasta. So it's not a case of I can't have it. It's just to be more mindful. And don't go for the easy. Don't be lazy. Enjoy this time of really nurturing and making your own yourself and making your own salad dressings and sauces, and use our products. And remember, once again, more protein. So it's not about having lots of calories, but it's basically to supplement our intake with protein. Now, did you guys know that even winter can harm your skin in such a way that you can have sun damage? People say, oh, I only wear sunscreen when it's hot. Coldness can kill your skin. So it's very important to protect your skin through the use of water so that the cells don't become like little raisins on the inside, and using a good moisturizer. And I can actually say that our skin range, the protective one, even now more than in summer, we need to put that on our skin. I love to use the serum, something that is more richer, so that I can basically layer the protection on my skin. You know, if you are outside, your lips get dry. So use our products. The body, what do you call it? The body lotion of the aloe. That is excellent because it just nourishes on a deep, deep level. All our products protect and prevent dehydration. And especially now, we don't want to look like raisins. We want to have a nice skin and look nice and hydrated and glowing. So it's important to really look after your skin. The next slide is omega-3. Now, I said initially that part of my history was inflammation and muscle pain and stiffness, and it was just horrific. And omega-3 is a healthy fat that we find in fish and plants, for example, flaxseed and chia seed, and it helps your eye health, it helps for your skin, and very important, it's an anti-inflammatory, so gut issues, any inflammation, anything that is an itis, like cystitis, whatever is inflammation. So omega helps to keep our body in perfect harmony. And it also provides softness to your skin. So you see, there's that. It's not only for the one, but you need water for the skin. You need it for the joints. You need it for everything. So omega-3 is also very important for winter. Next one. And now we're going to look at how we can boost our immune system with protein, vitamins A, B, C, D, selenium, and zinc, and then Epicor. And now I am so happy to hand over to our mentor, our president team, Bia Stride, and she's been in Herbalife for 28 years. And yeah, she is just one super amazing supporting friend and always there if you need her. Over to you, Bia.
Thank you so much, Mariana, and thank you so much for giving us an overview and taking us away from the comfort food, which is lots of fat and sugar and makes us sick, to the right direction with the good nutrition. Thank you so much for that, Mariana. It was a good reminder. And I think deep inside we know it actually, but sometimes we need a little bit the peaks, because the question is, do I want to suffer, or do I want to really stay boosted and healthy and fit for the winter? And this was a brilliant reminder. I think we need a daily reminder for that. So as you introduced myself already, thank you so much. I'm using these amazing products since 28 years. And before, I had really a history from being sick every single winter. I had the flu. I had a very weak immune system already from childhood onwards. We don't make any medical claims, but I learned really over the years what it means to look well after your body with all the examples Mariana did right now. And yes, I do the exercise. I'm not an exercise bunny, but I learned it's good for my body. I do the cold showers. I hate it, but I know it's good for my body. I drink the water even when I don't like it, but I find ways to make it delicious with our aloe concentrate, for example, with our tea inside, or like I have it right now with the Procore. We talk a moment about it. And this not just helped me that I dropped 2 pen sizes and never gained it over the 28 years. Also our skin range, you tapped on that quickly, Mariana. Comes winter or summer, just look at my skin, how it has changed without any makeup now, being actually feeling really on top of my game, I must say. Now, you were touching already on protein, and I can't stress enough about it. It's really important to have the right amount of protein, but not more calories. So this is, we really need to be aware of it. The tendency in winter, people actually say, you know, in winter, I always gain weight. It has nothing to do with winter, to give you the truth. It has to do because you find more excuses. You sit more on the couch. You don't go out for a walk. And I don't say you have to go to the gym, but then also we eat more comfort food, which is more the stews and the soups and the sauces, where we don't watch the protein intake. But we need to really have an eye on not increasing our calorie intake. What if this winter you don't gain weight? What if this winter you build stronger muscle? What if this winter you don't get sick with the flu? What if this winter you feel the best you ever had? And this is what we want to achieve. So rather do increase your protein intake, snack on protein, not on sweets. And this is why we have our shake and our protein drink mix. A lot of us know in the meantime that with the protein drink mix, you can mix it instead of your coffee creamer or instead of milk in your coffee, add the protein drink mix, or you mix the protein drink mix and add coffee granules or an espresso to it, warm it up, add some cinnamon if you want. Cinnamon is always a warming spice also for the soul. Turmeric is very good also in winter time, which you can add to your shake, or which you can add also to your protein drink mix. Sorry, I just need to mute there somebody. So, and then we have our protein chips, we have our protein bars to really have always the right amount of protein. So that's very, very important. Mariana said it nicely. If you don't know how much protein you need, please talk to the person who is your coach or the person who invited you to the call tonight, so that you know exactly how much protein. And then it's important to distribute the protein throughout the day. It doesn't help you only to eat a big steak for dinner. You need to distribute it actually into 3, better 5 meals a day, so that the body can also absorb it. And then here comes one of my favorite products. Actually, I drink it right now at the moment. You can drink it warm or cold, but please not with hot liquid, because you can also damage vitamins with too hot. Yeah. So when people drink hot lemon, for example, when you take lemon and fresh lemon and you just add boiling hot water, you kill the vitamin C. Actually, you don't get it. If let's assume there's still vitamin C in it. So the same with Epicure, we want to be rather just warm water. Now, what is Epicure? Epicure contains a couple of ingredients which are very, very special, and to boost basically your immune system on a gut level. Epicure plays a role as an immune controller and act on the gut for your microflora. So it restores basically the balance of the intestinal immunity. And it was found in a very funny way in production, actually, where they used part of that. It's a yeast-based ingredient where they used it, and they found actually that these employees don't get sick. And this is how they discovered actually the magic what we have today in Procore. And it's a very, very unique product. And we were happy when we launched it. First of all, it tastes absolutely delicious. And second of all, it just feels for me, it does magic to my body. So you drink basically 1 sachet per day. It comes in the meantime now in a pack of 21 sachets, not 10 anymore. And I really recommend everybody to have that on a daily basis. Now, fiber supports also big time the immune health. So you must understand fiber is basically cleansing in our gut, and different fibers have different tasks. So there's the one part of the fiber which is insoluble, and the other fiber is soluble. So the one fiber part is basically there like a broom to your system to clean out the colon, and the other one is there like a sticky glue to hold it together. And when you drink then enough water, you flush nicely out all the rubbish, which can cause basically problems for your good bacteria in your gut. So we have good and bad bacteria in our gut. Now, when you take antibiotics, it kills all the bacteria, the good and the bad. This is why everybody, whenever you get antibiotics, then you need to take afterwards something to restore the good bacteria in your gut. If not, you have an ongoing problem because you actually have no players in your immune system. If you have more bad than good, then it's not good. So this can also come from stress. This can come from wrong nutrition. This comes from too much sweets, deep fried food, and obviously also medication. And this is where fiber can help you big time. So the ProCore helps in the gut. But then also fiber in general, is their big help. So we have the multi-fiber, we have our aloe concentrate, and I personally love to mix all the three together with our magic tea, which is then also helping a lot of people to lose a little bit faster weight if you want to have that one. And then we launched not too long ago BioAccess, which is for me absolutely magic, about the probiotics, what we should take on a regular basis also to boost our immune system. And BioAccess is actually formulated to offer us a combination of live bacteria and fiber. Now, if you ever dealt with a probiotic with live bacteria, which is the highest class actually what you can find, then you usually need to keep that in the fridge. And I was annoyed by that actually. Before we had BioAccess, I went always to the pharmacy, bought a very expensive one, but it needed to be in a fridge. That means when I started to travel, I always had a problem actually to take it with me. And especially when you travel, you actually have more problems with your gut and more problems with the immune system and should actually support your gut even more. So there I was always in trouble. Now, Herbalife found a very unique formulation where they put a combination of the probiotics and the prebiotic fiber together, which is gluten-free, which is high in fiber, no added sugars, but it tastes absolutely delicious. It's not overpowering. It's a slight vanilla flavor. And this basically helps us nicely. And it comes in sachets and it don't needs to be in the fridge. So you can take it anywhere in your handbag. You can have it everywhere when you travel. And that is actually brilliant. So you take, again, 1 sachet a day. So how my day goes actually is in the morning, I start my day with a glass of water with the aloe. Then I have my multi-fiber is in my shake, the multi-fiber you saw earlier. And I drink then a glass of water with the BioAccess and some aloe in it. I love the BioAccess separate. I don't mix it in my shake. Some people like to drink it in the shake. But please, if you put the BioAccess in your shake, do it after you have blended your shake, because the blender would damage basically the bacteria what we have in the BioAccess. So even when we can't see it with our eyes, but you don't want to damage it. So as I said, and this gives me already help with drinking enough water, a glass of water with the aloe, then a glass of water with aloe and BioAccess. Then I have my shake in wintertime. Yes, Mariana, I make it warm for a minute and then it's so delicious. Wintertime is also my hot chocolate in the evening sometimes, I must say. And evenings is often that I close up with a glass of ProCore in warm water. Sometimes I add some extra multi-fiber to it, sometimes even some extra aloe. This depends just on the flavor. But we want to remember, we had calls about the gut and the brain and all of that. So it's so important that we look well after our gut. The gut is basically really important for our overall health. The gut is important when you want to lose weight. The gut is important when you want to have a good functioning brain. The gut is important also when we want to get older, but fit older. Yeah. So the gut is the gut is responsible for our immune system. So the gut is almost like the engine to everything. Like in a car, the engine is important. This is how the gut is important for our metabolism, for everything in our body. This is like the how can I say, the center where everything gets directed. And this is why you want to pay good attention. So I want to suggest to you here a winter bundle. So we were talking about the BioAxis, we were talking about the aloe, the multi-fiber, and you even can add the cell activator to it. I love to use the cell activator. By the way, when I take in the morning my BioAxis with the aloe, I take 2 of the cell activator and I take 2 of the Herbalife line, just that my body gets the omega-3, what Mariana was talking earlier about, and the cell activator, as the word says, activates everything that my cellular system absorbs it much faster. And then obviously the ProCore, as we were talking about. Now, you say, but Bea, that's a lot to take. You know what? And this is actually the point where I want to stop also. Yes, it's a lot to take. But you know, what is your health worth? When I go to the movies and I see how the people buy the popcorn and the chips and the Coke and the Fanta and whatever, and they wonder why they are tomorrow having the flu. Because they stuff their body, they want to do something good for themselves because they worked so hard the whole week, but actually they harm their body. When you add up the coffee you buy from the shop every single day, when you add up the muffin you buy around the corner, when you add up what you buy quickly because you are hungry right now and buy here a sandwich and there something, then you will see that you spend so much money actually on things which are not good for your body. Then rather take that money and this winter allow yourself, and I mean it, what I say right now, allow yourself to stay healthy and fit. Because you are the person who decides how strong are you this winter. How much do you prepare your body every single day to handle the stress? We can't take away the stress, but we can do something for our body, how your body acts and reacts on it. Also our mindset. Do I have the attitude that I get always sick? Or do I have the attitude, if I can tell you my attitude, I don't know yours, Mariana, maybe you want to share yours also. But I tell myself always, when I feel a little bit of sniffy nose, I drink 2-3 ProCores a day. And I say, I don't have time for that nonsense now. So when somebody says to me, Bea, you sound a little bit nosy, do you get the flu? I say, I don't have time for that nonsense. Why? Yeah. And because of that thinking, I don't have time for that nonsense, it doesn't, I think almost it doesn't come to me. But the moment you think all the time, I think I'm getting sick. Oh, I have the headache. Oh, I think I feel temperature. Yeah. So the more actually it's mind over matter. Yeah. In both ways you can work it. Don't know if that makes sense. And maybe one last tip, and Mariana has then the final word, is when I feel really one day like, I don't know, something is not right with me today. Yeah, I know that, and you know that. We have these days where I think it could be that I get somewhere a virus. You know what I do? On this day, I drink 4 to 5 shakes, and I look that I get 7, 8 o'clock latest to bed. And I just sleep. And that helps big time. Yeah, so just add 1 or 2 hours more sleep sometimes can make all the difference. So switch off the TV, go a little bit earlier to bed, and the final word back to you, Mariana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pia. Yes, I'm just sitting here and thinking, before lockdown, I had so many times I went to the doctor and something with my knee injury that I had. The doctor, I went there now at the start of the year, and he said to me, I haven't seen you in years. And he actually had to go back in my file, and he said to me, I saw you 2018 last. I said, well, I'm working with my body. I'm giving it the fluids. I'm giving it the protein, and I am functioning with my body. It's not a case of, oh, I can pop a pill. To me, no, it's not. I don't want to have that medication. I really, just taking my knee as well, that he put me on a month cortisone, and I was so miserable until I decided, you know what? Every time my knee reminds me that there's an injury, I'm saying, and I'm celebrating and saying, well done, you are becoming healthy and strong. And literally, I have no pain. There's a bit of stiffness, but I've started exercising again. I'm feeling in control because I listen and I give to my body what is needed. And the Procol, just so by the by, when I run out and I don't have any, I immediately feel it in my gut.
Yeah.
It is such a powerful tonic. And even if you say, I call it my booster water. So I have my aloe, my tea, my Procol, my multifiber, and collagen, everything in there. And that's my booster for the day. So who needs a booster if you have a booster that you can drink?
Everybody, fabulous, fabulous, Mariana. I think we just used the last opportunity to ask if there are any questions. What do you think, Mariana? Can we still take 1 or 2 questions?
I think so.
Or maybe anybody of you has also a magic discovery what helped you in winter?
Sorry, I know I should put my hand up, and yeah, I sound terrible. I'm one of the fluey people at the moment. Hello, it's Rita.
Hi, Rita.
Hi,
If you
Rita.
haven't noticed, and yes, I am back. I'm back in Cape Town.
Fabulous.
I'm good. Yeah,
Welcome.
and I came down with massive flu. Not self-imposed though. I had a family member that made the whole family sick. I was just one of them. But traveling all over the planet, our immune systems also go. And first of all, I actually want to just value you ladies and to say thank you so much for sharing all your insights and your information and what you're bringing to the table and to support. And I know I'm one of those missing people. I'm unable all the most of the time, but yeah, I really find it is amazing. You know, being in corporate as well. Maybe there's others online that's also in big corporate companies. But you know, there's a lot of this going on all day, every day. And yeah, so well done to all of you. That really makes it your passion to drive what you're driving. And then secondly to that is there's not too much news from my point of view, working for a medical company who manufactures flu medication. So, you know, we analyze the data and we know exactly who's got what and when they've got it and how often they have it and what are they taking to remedy that. And everything that you alluded to tonight is really true. And yeah, and it really does have a huge impact in the market. In fact, if I can share a minute or two and then just give you some insights into actually what's happening out there. So I think you guys need to, and I think this will help you. So there are fewer and fewer South Africans on medical aid schemes because they cannot afford it. We are well aware of all the crises that we're going through. Sorry, I can't put my camera on because I'm sitting in my pajamas. Terrible. Okay. So I'm not going to go down that road. I promise you, next week I'll try, or the next week Wednesday I'm out of here again. So you're not going to see me for the next 2 weeks. But anyway, let me continue quickly. So fewer and fewer people can actually afford medical aid, number one. The second point to that is because they can't afford medical aid, they are going onto all the OTC counters. They are self-remedying. They have to find something that's going to work for them. They find something that's going to, and Marianne, you spoke about that. And when we had COVID, many people, I think, the ones that can afford it at least, are taking precautionary measures not to get sick. If you think of somebody on a daily wage, and if they don't go to work, they cannot get their daily wage. So they will go to extreme measures to look after their health, to try and take something to sustain them, not to fall ill, so that they are obviously able to go and perform their tasks. So everything that you said it's true, it's factual. We see it in the data. We see how, from an RX point of view, like scripted medication to over-the-counter and then generic medication, how that whole movement goes. So, and I think one of the things that Neil always says, and I think we all stand for that, is how do we, and I truly believe, and this is most probably my biggest support into this program as well. And it's not about me and where I'm going to end up and what I'm going to do. It's empowering other people and giving them something that they can take to build themselves up, to have the correct nutrition, to take what needs to be taken for them to grow stronger, to maintain a healthy life and a healthy lifestyle. And that's really all of that. So that's just my 2 cents to all of this. So kudos to you, ladies. You're really doing very well. That's a little bit of my background of what I'm exposed to every day. And unfortunately, it doesn't leave me enough time to sell what Herbalife, because I sit and work long hours. But anyway, we all do. So, but I do have one question though, because you can't. I really am. But I don't like it that cold. So eventually I'll have my coffee in the morning, and then as it goes through the day, I drink the water that's left in the kettle, because it's not out the tap and it's not boiling hot. But what concerned me is the fact that you, and you confused me to say, so the things like Procore and things, so you drink it from like parboiled, cooled down water, not hot, or wait for me.
I basically, Rita, not hot water, correct. You can drink it in cold water, or you just, what I do is basically I make a half a glass hot water, and the other one I top up with cold water and then mix the Procore in it.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
So that, yeah, I was just wanting to know, what would the heat do to the actual active ingredients? And it does make sense that obviously it will kill the nutrients. So thank you. I value my 2 cents.
Yeah. There's some vitamins, basically, that's for all of you, and Rita will know that. There's some vitamins which are not heat resistant. Epicore itself would be heat resistant, but the vitamins which Herbalife added to the Epicore would not be heat resistant. So we would lose a little bit of the benefits when we make it just in boiling hot water. Yeah. Also, when people drink all day long just boiled water, when you boil water, you lose also certain minerals which comes with the normal water. So don't drink just all the time boiled water. That's also not the answer to a clean water. Yeah. So rather than consider filter water or stuff like that. But Rita, thank you so much for your expertise. I wasn't thinking of it at all. I know it that you work in the pharma industry. So, ladies and gentlemen, we rather work a little bit harder, because then the pharma industry has less turnover and Rita can work a little bit more on our side. No, that was the wrong approach. Now I take it back, Rita. But I'd rather see you. I'd rather see you working on our side.
Neil and I have this time.
I'd rather see you helping us with making the people or keeping the people healthy instead first that they must get sick and then need the medication. But my brother
Listen,
and
don't tell
my
my bosses I think any of this, hey?
Yeah.
But I know your industry very well. My dad was working in this industry and my sister-in-law as well. So I know how it goes there. So thank you so much for sharing your expertise. And you gave me actually an idea before we all go. Because I assume the people who are not having the video on right now, they're sitting there in the pajamas. So maybe next Wednesday we should make a pajama party and just get together in a pajama lounge. How do you feel
Yeah.
about that?
Yes.
Just for something
I love
different.
that.
That Rita has no excuse anymore to hide. But Pepe, you were already.
I've actually not been too bad. I've been back at Pilates this week. In fact, yeah. I felt the brunt of it this morning after yesterday's session and got to go back tomorrow. So, yeah, just don't. But it's so true to what you said, Mariana, about exercise. So, yeah, you know, you feel fluey and you think, oh, my hat. How am I going to get all the energy together to actually go? And yeah, just a couple. I'm not a big person at all, and yeah, hit out and very early yesterday morning. And in fact, because I'm traveling so much, I'm now having private lessons almost like twice a week. And I promise you, this woman doesn't cut the grain. Hey, she is like, she makes you work out. So yeah, whether you stiff or not or whatever, you've got to jump out of your pajamas and you've got to go run. But you feel so much better. So as a point of encouragement of that as well, yeah, that's what I do. But I must tell you, so I don't live in my pajamas. I just like when I start cooking and the kitchen is so cold, that's when the gown comes on. So anyway,
Yeah,
it's not that battery. But I'm out and about and running around in this cold. And by the way, did you guys see the snow on the city mountains?
Yeah.
Was so brace yourself. But I see Cape Town is just so cloudy, whatever. I'm not going to be surprised if we wake up with snow on the mountains tomorrow morning. So on that note, I'll be all in gowns next week. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for preparing me, Rita. I take the ski out, no problem.
Rita, it sounds as if you had a couple of teas too much for this evening.
Pepe, you wanted to say something before Neil becomes rude here?
Sorry, what? There's...
No, Pia, nothing. Thank you.
I don't think I understood that question. I'll depart on that note.
I think it was just a joke, Rita. So anyhow,
Bia knows the effect of glue wine. There is nothing like glue wine on a winter's night in a fireplace. You must try it.
Okay, I know. Fabulous. So thank you very much for being on the call tonight. I hope we could add some value to You Are Winter Fit. I wrote down in the meantime your names. So if you ever get the flu in winter,
you felt the class.
You don't follow the list. So you rather behave now. The call is recorded. If you didn't pay attention, you can listen to it again. You can take down your notes. And one thing is most important. We are all the middleman, basically, to our community. We are the middleman or middlewoman to our families. We are the middleman to our friends. We are the middleman to everybody. So this information, what you got today, it's mean to keep that for yourself. It's our, if you really want to help people, then share it with other people. And don't share the recording because they wouldn't listen. Yeah, rather take snippets out of it, yeah, and help your customers first of all, but maybe also get the friends together and make a little social, yeah, where you say, listen guys, I want to share with you a couple of information how you can be winter fit. Maybe you have a couple of friends overseas where you want to make a Zoom, that's also possible. So if you need the slides because you want to make a private small little presentation, Maybe you want to sample Procore at your workplace, maybe at the gym, maybe, yeah. So for me, a customer, when they have the flu, latest then I visit them with the Procore. Latest then I tell them, have an extra shake, go early to bed, have proper sleep, drink enough water. So this kind of information is important that we send it out to all our customers, prospects. This is really the time now where we can show that we are a good coach, and we are not just salespeople, we are coaches. We are the middleman, the middlewoman to give our friends, family, and everybody out there in our community the right information at the right time, so that the pharma industry don't get too rich. We wish it to Rita that she gets rich, but rather with Herbalife. So anyhow, this was not the final word for tonight. I wish everybody a good evening. I hope you enjoyed the call tonight and have a fantastic one. Mariana, thank you so much for all your contribution in preparation and for the call tonight. Really appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Pia. Thank you, Mariana.
Thank you. Bye.